tell us about your experience in the transfer portal and why you went in and kind of what it was like when you were in it?
Yeah, so going into the transfer portal, I was done with my eligibility in the Ivy League. So I knew I was going to be looking for a new spot, no matter the outcome of my season, how I played. So that kind of pushed me to make my decision. And I knew I wanted to play one more year of football and make my way into a new program.
How quickly did Pitt reach out to you once you got in the portal?
It was immediate. They really liked me, and I really liked what they showed, and it was kind of a great match right away.
What did you like about Pitt?
I liked how they coached offense, how they run their offense. They're very pro style, and they love passing the ball. That really was attractive to me because I love pass setting. So yeah.
Relationship like with Coach Darvo?
Huh?
What's your relationship like with Coach Darvo?
It's been really good. We see how we play the offensive line, especially tackle, very similarly, and so far it's been great.
What about the speed of the offense?
Great. Yeah, I ran a fast offense at Penn, so I was used to a little bit more up-tempo, so far it's been a good transition.
How has the transition from Ivy League to Power Conference been so far? I know it's really early, but what differences have you noticed?
Yeah, I just say the resources, number one. Just what they offer here to their athletes, whether it's academically, athletically, like coaches being available, as well as just nutrition-wise, it's just another level.
So primarily left tackle. Did you play both sides at all, or just on the?
Yeah, so I played left tackle freshman year. Played like 3 games, but going to sophomore year, I played left tackle the first 3 games, and then our right tackle hurt his shoulder, so I had to switch to right tackle for the remainder of my sophomore year, and then after that, I played left tackle the last 2 years of my time at Penn.
You mentioned that there was a lot of tempo at Penn. As you looked at Pitt's offense, think, okay, I kind of feel like I'm stepping into something I'm familiar with.
Yeah, 100%, especially the way they pass the ball. I really like what we're doing here and how I fit into it.
How would you describe the competition in the Ivy League, and just maybe how did that prepare you to move up to this level?
Yeah, I'd say it's a different level here, but I'd say the speed of the guys in the Ivy League is definitely similar. It's just the size and the physicality of these DNs in the ACC and Power 4 that are really just a step ahead of the Ivy League, though.
How about go ahead, Justin.
You were first team All Ivy League selection multiple times. Just how do you feel like you've developed at tackle at Penn, and just how would you describe yourself as an offensive line?
Yeah, I'd say a lot of credit goes to my coach. He was very particular about how he wanted his O-linemen to play, especially tackles, and just a lot of focus on use of hands as well as my footwork has really helped with developing.
How have the returning offensive linemen helped you kind of transition and adjust to it?
They've been great. They've been helping me a lot with learning the differences in the technique that they use, as well as the play style, the plays that they're running. They're similar to Penn, but there's there are little differences that here and there that they've been really helpful with my transition.
Did you know anybody on the roster before you got here?
No, I didn't know anyone here.
Obviously continuity, chemistry is so important on the offensive line. Have you been, I know you guys run drills or whatever you do. Have you been, who have you been working next to, I guess, when you guys trying to
Yeah, I've been working next to, honestly, everyone. We've been able to develop great chemistry so far with all the guys that have been playing guard, so it's been great so far.
John, can you sort of just walk through the process of how you got here? I know you camped here, you got an offer, you were on the official visit, you committed in the span of just a couple of weeks. I mean, just what was that process like?
It was honestly like a dream come true. I mean, so like coming out of towards the end of my junior year, May, May, I didn't have any Power 4 offers, and I've been a Pitt fan since I was young, and Pitt has always been my dream school. And so going off with that, I started going to camps and stuff, got some attention, and then I got an invite to the Pitt camp. And so I went there and gave it my all, and luckily enough, 2 days later I got the offer, and I actually committed on the spot, but I didn't announce my commitment until the weekend on the OV. But yeah, it was just pretty much a dream come true for me.
How much do you think, winning a Whitfield title kind of prepares you for this level?
I definitely think that it like helps a lot for sure, because like the standard here is to win champions and to be a champion, and coming out of like a high school like Pine Richland, being able to already know what it takes to win a championship helps a lot for sure.
What's the adjustment been like so far, just getting onto a college campus and the classroom, and also just join the program here?
I mean, it's definitely like very, very new to me, but I like it a lot, and it's very fun. In the sense that like, I've never been like a big city guy. Like the only city I like is Pittsburgh, luckily. Well, I mean, since I'm like from here, but and like just being able to like walk around campus, walk to all my classes, I honestly find it so cool. I love it.
You have at least one other former teammate here, and there are other Whitfield guys here. Like, what's that feeling like of whether you competed against different guys or heard about different guys for you being a local?
Oh, it is awesome. Just like, even though like this is technically like close to home, just having a sense of people who are pretty much almost in the exact same boat as me is awesome. Just being able to like talk about like the like Whitfield High School football scene and like what's going on at home. It's very fun. I like it a lot.
You guys like talk about your different places where you played, whether guys from Georgia or whatever, and discuss who's better, that type of thing.
Yeah, that happens a lot. Yeah, we often end up like debating like whose high school football team was better. That happens a lot in the locker room. Yeah.
How beneficial is it to have so many older guys in the O-line room?
I'd say that it is very, very beneficial, as they actually have helped me out a lot, like with like learning the playbook, like refreshing my technique, and pretty much everything I'm doing. They are like serving as like my mentors. I can look up to them. I can trust them.
Spring ball's just around the corner, 15 practices. Just what are you hoping to get out of those sessions?
Honestly, I'm just hoping to be able to like prove myself as a like dominant physical player, and just see where that takes me.
He was talking about rivalries in the Whitfield. Did you go head to head with Reston a bunch of times in all those Whitfield championship games?
Yeah. So my sophomore year, Pine Richland played Peters Township, his school, and they won. And then the next year, my team won, and then this year, his team won again. And so we like always like jokingly talk trash to each other about that.
What position have you been studying the most so far since you've been here?
I've been mainly studying left guard and like getting reps at left guard since I've been here. But like if I need to, I'll play wherever I can.
Is that where you mainly played in high school? Or
Yeah, I mainly played left guard in high school.
Tell us about being in the transfer portal and what your experience was like.
For me, transfer portal, I mean, it was great. It was short, sweet, and to the point. Didn't take over a week for me to make my decision. I mean, coming here to Pitt, with everything to offer, I mean, the decision wasn't a hard one to make. So it was short, sweet, and simple. And like I said, I think I ended up at the right place. So, yeah.
Was it facilities, people, what really turned you into why Pitt was the place?
For me, I'd definitely say it was more of a people thing. It's easy. I think it's something a lot of younger guys fall into, maybe, is letting the facilities and letting the glitz and glamour kind of like sway their decision. For me, it was definitely the people, the relationships, relationship with Coach Darvo and Narduzzi. They were really genuine people, shared their vision with me, sat down, had some really good conversations, got to know them on a personal level, and what their vision is for me, developed me as a player, as a man, on and off the field. And so it was definitely my relationship with Coach Darvo and Narduzzi that swayed my decision.
How do you reflect on your Akron days, just how you developed there, just early on? What do you think the keys are going to be for you to translate your game to the ACC?
Akron, it was a great opportunity, like I said, for me to start 3 years, get that experience, get the snaps under my belt, develop as a player, grow as a leader off the field in the locker room. That's a big thing. A lot of people undermine, like becoming a leader off the field, being a guy that younger guys can look up to. I definitely got an opportunity to grow in that aspect. And then in terms of just like how it translates, how playing at Akron will translate to Pitt, I definitely think it's another, it's ACC, playing Power 4 football. So got to be able to be ready for the speed of the game to change, compared to the MAC. But definitely have some great opportunities, early on in the season with our non-conference play to get a taste of it. So now having that 24/7 is going to be a great opportunity for me to, develop and adjust to the speed of the game, which I'm really looking forward to, which is one of the biggest reasons I came here.
You mentioned getting the taste of Power 4 football and the non-conference. You guys had Nebraska last year. You played a good bit in that game. Just what did you take away from that type of game? The speed, the play style, everything like that.
I'd say my biggest takeaway from just my non-conference Power 4 games in general, throughout my duration at Akron, it was very exciting getting to see that environment and play in it. And as a player, you go in like a lot of people go in with this underdog mentality, but for me it was always like I always had like the confidence in my game that I was just as good as anybody else in the field. And as you can tell if you look at the film, I played just like it. So. You kind of got to go in there. For some people, it's that underdog mentality. You got to have that dog in you and be ready to adjust to the level and play your best ball regardless of who you're playing against, whether it's a Power 4 opponent or FCS opponent. You know what I mean?
You were on the Werfel, I'm probably saying it wrong, but the Werfel Trophy watch list. How important is service and leadership to your identity as a player?
Absolutely. I'd say it's a very, very big part of who I am as a player, and most importantly, who I am as a man. That was just a testament pretty much to like my community service off the field and kind of my investment into the community, which I truly do have, is a big part of who I am. Whether it's like at Akron, reading to kids, food drives, giving back to the community, coat drives, things of that nature. I definitely come from humble beginnings, so I know what it's like to be at the bottom and look up and you see a football player coming to your school and he's reading to you how awesome that is. So if any chance I get to be able to put a smile on somebody's face or inspire a younger person and inspire the next generation, I'm more than willing and ready to jump at the opportunity for sure.
You were primarily right guard at Akron.
Yes.
Is that how you've been practicing? Is that where you've been working mostly since you got here at Pitt, right guard?
So since I've got here, I've been working left guard primarily. So you're right. At Akron, I was playing primarily right guard, but like in practices, I'd be playing left and right just to like maintain versatility. In case a guy went down, you got to be ready, next man up. You know what I mean? And all throughout, funny thing is actually throughout my duration of high school, we played a strong side, weak side system. So I'd literally play in, play out. You're switching from left guard to right guard, left guard to right guard. So I have in my foundation of my game, like the ability to switch from left to right. So coming here, switching to left guard after playing primarily right guard at Akron was no big deal at all, and I'm adjusting very well.
What are your impressions of Mason Heitchel what he did last year?
One more time?
What are your impressions of Mason Heitchel what he did last year?
He's definitely very, very impressive. I think I'm more impressed actually than his play on the field is like his character as a man, like off the field. Like the guy to be as young as he is and be, hop into the leadership role and adjust as good as he did. I'm very impressed, and I'm looking forward to playing next to him and playing for him and keeping him clean and protected this season.
What did the Pitt coaches tell you when you were in the portal about what they needed? Why they wanted you to come here?
So they basically were telling me they obviously lost a few guys last year, and they were looking to build upon what they already had, and they felt like I would be a great piece to it. Obviously, 2021 winning the ACC championship. That for a player seeing that, it's like, okay, you want to be a part of that. You want to help chase that vision again. So they kind of told me that I'm going to come in. Nothing's going to be given to me. I have an opportunity to come in and work for a opportunity wherever that may be on the offensive line. And so when they told me that, and along with that, and then the relationship that we built, coming here was a no-brainer for me.
Is center a possibility? Can you snap it all?
I can snap, yes. I can play all 5 positions, although being 6'3", I'm probably not going to see too many tackle reps, but I can play all 5.
Keelan, along with everything being new here, how has the training or ramping up for the style of offense Pitt runs been different for you?
So I'd say the style of offense that Pitt runs is very similar to what the style was in my previous school. Very up tempo, fast paced. Get on the ball, get set. So it truly is like training wise, not too much of a difference. I've adjusted pretty well, and so the transition's been pretty smooth.
Anything else? You said about your high school, you would just flip back and forth. Maybe I just haven't seen enough high school football, but when you think back on that, are you like, that's crazy? We were just flipping left to right every play.
So yeah, I mean, thing is like that. Like at the time, that was the complete norm for me. Like I'm like, oh, okay, that's what we do. You go to the strong side, you go to the weak side, depending on where you're playing. So. And then when I finally got to college, they kind of told me like, yeah, when if I put you at right guard, you're going to stay at right guard the duration of the game. I'm like, really? It was kind of like an eye-opening moment for me. So yeah, like I said, I have the versatility, and so I'm definitely can play either way. Just wherever the team needs me, where I can be the best fit and provide for the team for us to win.
How do they determine which side you were on at what point?
In high school? Yeah. So all you would say, like we'd have plays in the beginning of the play call, they'd say left XXX or right XXX. So if they say left, for example, the left side is going to be the strong side, and the side that they didn't say is going to automatically assume to be the weak side, and vice versa. So
were you the strong side guard or the weak side guard?
I started out in high school, actually, freshman, sophomore year, I was strong side, and then junior, senior year, I was weak side.
The tackles would flip too?
Tackles and guards would flip. Only a person that didn't flip was center. Yeah.
What was your experience in the transfer portal? Why'd you go in, and how was it when you were in the portal?
Honestly, I had a great experience in the portal. The final week was pretty rough with moving from place to place and visiting everywhere. That was like back to back, but it was nice to see some opportunity and stuff. I was just kind of, seeing. I felt like the Lord was leading me into different directions, so that's kind of why I entered the portal to start with. But yeah, I had a great time. It was awesome.
What drew you to Pitt?
Honestly, when I got here, the thing that really stood out to me was the people. Coach Davis made a tremendous impression on me. Actually, the first day that he got into office, he called me that night, and we set up the visit, and he just made a huge impression on me. And I was able to meet Coach Bell and Coach Narduzzi and talk offense, talk shop with them, and that blew me away. Everything else didn't matter to me as much as the people here, so that's what really drew me to Pittsburgh.
You have a JUCO background. I mean, just how did that time at the JUCO level help shape you?
Yeah, that was crazy, man. I don't know if you know this, but I started off in high school as a offensive tackle. So I had a dream of playing tight end, and I wanted to go down and prove I could do it. So I went down to Mississippi to play junior college football, and it was a fantastic experience. A lot of things they say about Last Chance U is true, but a lot of things that they say is also not true. I had a great time. Coach Davis, Coach Fleming, Coach T, those are all great guys. Shaped the football player I am today. Took a chance on me. It was tremendous. I'd highly recommend it for a lot of people.
What did you want to play tight end so bad?
I just had ever since I was little, I kind of watched receivers and stuff like that. I used to be a Mississippi State fan back when I was little, and I watched De'Runnya Wilson. He was kind of like a big receiver, and I was just like, man, I think I want to do that one day. And all throughout high school, I was playing offensive tackle, and I was like, man, I know I can do this in my heart. Like, I know I'm athletic enough for this. That was just kind of my dream.
How was playing tackle impact you as a blocker now? Playing tackle.
Oh, yeah, it was huge. I had a fantastic offensive lineman coach in high school, Coach Jarrett. Really, really shaped the way I play. I lean a lot on my technique, especially being a tight end now. And kind of my wrestling background, it kind of helps you out with leverage and stuff like that. But it was tremendous getting that early reps in high school as well, especially against bigger opponents. So, yeah, it was huge.
What do you think you bring to the table as far as the vertical game through the air? And what are your really impressions of the offense then?
I've really, really enjoyed the offense, and I think the best thing I can bring to the table is that I'm a true hybrid tight end. I'm able to do both. I'm a physical run blocker, and I'm a dynamic route runner as well. I've got a vertical presence. I'm able to stretch the field. I've got quick explosion, and shiftiness as well. So I'm trying to work on everything as much as I can, but I can certainly do some damage in both realms of the game.
You were a state champion in wrestling in high school too.
I sure was.
Does that show up in your game at all ever?
Yeah, no, that's huge for me in the run game. It's just kind of where to put your weight, how to move, how to get in the right position, things like that. Honestly, wrestling's done so much for me in terms of mentality, technique, things like that. I really can't thank it enough, honestly.
What are your impressions of Mason Heinzel, what he's going to do at quarterback this year?
Oh man, I love that guy. He's made a big impression on me as well. He's a funny guy. I love hanging out with him. I like the way he leads. He's a good guy. He holds people accountable, and more than anything, I appreciate that he works hard. I think he's going to do great things.
Can you walk us through your transfer portal experience? What it was like for you when you started talking to Pitt and all that?
Yeah, so I really enjoyed my transfer portal process. It was pretty quick and easy. Hopped in the portal and immediately started talking to Coach Bell and Coach Narduzzi. And really the main reason I committed to Pitt was for the people here. It was pretty easy to find out over the phone what type of men they are and how they carry themselves. And I really wanted to check what Pitt was like. I've never been to Pittsburgh, and I'd like to thank my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ for bringing me to this city, because it's been great. I've loved every single second of it. I've never really been and lived in a city before quite like this, and so it's been a unique experience. And it was kind of like a no-brainer coming to Pittsburgh. I've loved every single second of it. So.
So it's your second time through the portal. Did you have a different perspective on it this time? Were you looking for different things, having already gone through it once?
Yeah, so my first go around, it was all new. I never really quite got the experience most high school guys do, touring a bunch of places and going to a bunch of visits. So that was really my first time doing that, and the first time things. And I kind of took my time on it and wanted to come to a concrete decision, really took my time on it. And then this kind of go around, I knew what I was looking for. And like I said, it was really quick and easy. And I really was narrowing it down, just really kind of like two things, and I really found that here at Pitt.
Carson, what do you love about the city?
Man, first I'd like to say, the people here have been awesome. I haven't really had a bad experience, but just overall the things you can do in the city, I've already kind of explored it. Went to the Carnegie Mellon Museum, thought that was really cool, and I got a lot of stuff I want to do here in the city before my time's up here. And I think it's just a really cool city. I want to check out, Pirates game. I want to go to a Steelers game, go check out a Penguins game, and there's a lot to do. And also just food places I like to eat, and we've been checking them out as a tight end group as a whole, and that's been awesome. We're planning to go somewhere this Sunday, so I think that's at Lot 17 if y'all have ever heard of that. But yeah.
Favorite place yet?
I haven't landed on a favorite place yet. I've ate at a lot of good spots. I've ate at Primani's. I'll tell you one really good spot is we ate as a group, a tight end group, is at Ditka's. That place blew me away. That was awesome. Went there as a group. That was our first time eating together, and that was a great time. Food was great there.
How familiar are you with Ditka's legacy here?
I learned a lot about it on my visit. He was a great player, and I thought it was pretty cool to come play tight end here and kind of follow in those footsteps.
You played in the SEC last year. What was that competition level like, and just how did you grow in your 1 year at Oklahoma?
Yeah, I thought that was the best thing for me in terms of the talent I was going up against every single day. At my old school, you couldn't find 5 better defenses, and iron sharpens iron, and that really molded the type of player I am. You're going up against great guys, and just playing in the SEC has really, matured me in a way. You gotta come down to details and know what you're doing to play in that league, and I thought it was amazing for me. And going up against those guys is something I don't take for granted at all.
You're entering your 5th year of college, and you're coming into a room that's kind of on the younger side, along with Elijah, who's also a senior. But have you been trying to take on more of a leadership role in this offense so far?
Yeah, definitely. I'd say that, those younger guys, they know what they're doing, and it's great to see all the work they've put in and just helping lead them along the way. In my 5th year, talking with Narduzzi and Coach Davis, that was one thing they really wanted me to bring to the table is just leadership and just my just being an older guy and the expertise I have. I can't wait to let that rub off on the younger guys like Wyatt and Max and Truitt, because I do bring some experience to the table, and just throughout my years, just seeing a bunch of stuff and just playing a lot of ball could really help in terms of leadership and molding them into the guys that they're going to be one day. So.
After being a part of a CFP team at Oklahoma, what did you learn about what it takes to compete at that high level consistently, and how do you bring it to Pitt?
Yeah, that was a phenomenal experience, being on, a winning team like that and going to CFP. And, I'd say the biggest thing I took from that was just knowing what it takes to win. And, I told Coach Narduzzi, Coach Bell, and everyone else, my one goal is to come win a championship here. I know what it takes, and I've seen what it takes to be on a winning team and go that far. And that's one of the things that I want to instill here with the team, and just what I want to bring to the table is just I know what it looks like. I know what it needs to look like in order to win a championship. I haven't won a championship in all of my years playing football. I played 2nd grade, and that's the one thing I want. Okay, I can forget about all the individual goals or all that. I want a ring on my finger and bring a championship to the city. And I told them that that's the only thing I want to do. And it's not going to be easy at all. That was a long grind. But you know what? Every single person on that team bought in. We all had the same mindset, and ended up taking a trip to the college football playoffs, which is really hard to do. And I don't take that for granted at all. But it can be done with the type of mindset that you instill upon a team and the amount of work that you put in. No one's going to complain how hard you had to work when you get in size for your ring, this time kind of next year. So I think, being able to install that with the team and really showing the team what it takes is going to be huge. It's going to take a lot of buy-in and a lot of want to. You're going to have to want to win a championship, and you can't get complacent at all. There's times throughout the year where we're undefeated. But when you get complacent, complacency is the number one killer in all sports. When you get complacent, you lose that drive you got to wherever that got you there. You can go 8-0, and there'll be a time this season when we're doing really good, and there's going to be people saying how good we are. When you get complacent, when you go 8-0, that's the minute you go 8-4. You got to keep your eye on the prize, and you got to stay true to who you are, and you can't let anyone voices or opinions affect how you think or play. And you really can't listen to anyone outside of this facility or on the team. So that's really huge, and just blocking out the noise, because it's rat poison at the end of the day. If you want to make the college football playoffs, you got to have a steady line of being locked in and knowing what you need to do and not letting anything interfere with that. So I can't wait to install that with the team and just being in the college football playoffs. I know we can do it here. I've seen the guys here. It's very eerily similar to the guys I've seen. I'm old school, and that's refreshing to see that. So I'm super excited about that aspect.
What kind of skill set do you feel like you lean on with your hand in the dirt in the run game, and what do you feel like you can bring to as a pass catcher as well?
Yeah, I've been an inline tight end most of my career, but I've done a lot in terms of what tight ends get asked to do. Throughout my career, I've been split out wide, I've been attached, I've been in the wing, and I feel like I could really do it all. I've had a lot of experience doing it all, and I couldn't pinpoint what my favorite is. I've done a lot of inline, but I love splitting out and really just doing anything the coaches asked me to do. So, I feel like I can do pretty much anything asked. Yeah.
Why you got two Texas quarterbacks with you in this class? What's it like to have some familiarity up there and just breaking that down?
Man, it's awesome. Having them here kind of just brings Texas with me to Pittsburgh. I think we've grown. They're in my room every day. We're always together. I think having them to learn the offense together and grow and build that connection is huge. So it's been really fun.
What drew you to Pitt's offense specifically?
Really just how much they use the tight end all over the field. Coach Bell is an offensive guru. He knows how to use me. I believe in his system I can do anything. on the field. So that's been huge.
Did you talk to the quarterbacks before you committed, or you guys had conversations as you were thinking about it?
In the recruiting process a little bit, we talked before, and then we all kind of got together and were like, it's a great place, a special place, it's where we want to be. So.
I hear so many people say that it's about the people. Is that the thing that really sold you to?
Yes, sir. So Pittsburgh, when I came down on my OV, instantly I knew this is a really close family. The coaches really care about you. They want to see you succeed. They put a lot of guys in the league. But that was the main thing to me. I didn't care about the facilities. Anything else I cared about, are those coaches there? Is it a family vibe? And that's really what I got from this university.
You were known as a physical blocker in Texas. How much pride do you take in that part of the game, and how would you say the receiving side of your game is?
Yes, ma'am. So I really do pride myself in being a really physical blocker. I feel also in the receiving game I can do it all. In high school, they had me playing receiver. I had to play the X, the Y, the Z. I would pull me in line. So I really had to know the whole offense, which I think is huge, helping me transition into learning a college offense. But I feel in my game I really can do it all. I can stretch the field. I can go in line, blow somebody up. I really pride myself in that.
How's it been starting to work and build a bond with Coach Davis?
It's been great. I mean, it was kind of weird coming in. The dude who recruited me was gone, but then having a great coach like Coach Davis, it was huge. I mean, instantly when I met him, I knew he's the guy for me. I mean, my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, give all the glory to him, but he has a plan, and I really think Coach Davis is the best coach for me. You can tell by when in his meetings, he really knows what he's talking about. He's super detailed, and that's what I love. It's been great.
What's it been like so far working with Elijah and Carson, just some older faces in the room?
It's been really good. You know, being the younger guy, I'm just trying to pick their brains, get everything I can out of them, learn. I mean, they've had a lot of experience. So whatever I can do sitting in with them, we'll go in there and get extra film. We'll go look over footwork. Whatever I can pull from them is just going to benefit me and us as a whole. So it's been good.
You come into a room that no one's really solidified. 2 transfers, Max didn't really get a lot of time on the field last year. I mean, what does Coach Davis, Coach Narduzzi just said about the opportunity of playing, maybe seeing the field as a freshman?
Man, it's one day at a time. I'm not even looking at that point right now. Right now I'm working about getting 1% better a day. You can't eat an elephant in one sitting. You got to go one bite at a time. So I'm just trying to get better each day.